Welcome to Friday Morning Dharma on what, September 6th? Yeah, that sounds right. That's what we'll call it. Let's go ahead and settle in to a comfortable meditation posture. Please take care to ensure that your spine is straight and relaxed. Please feel free to emulate a mountain as you settle into your meditation posture. The mountain is balanced, grounded, and stable. And when you're ready, please bring your awareness to the exhalation of your breath. And very gently allow your exhalation to be just a bit longer and a bit more pronounced than your inhalation. Please feel free to experiment with pausing briefly at the bottom of each exhalation. This meditation technique will allow both your physical body and your mind to start to settle and to rest, to become quiet and still. Now, please gently transition into meditation on the inner body. Become the silent observer of sensations that may start in your hands and your feet in the form of a tingling, perhaps a lightness, perhaps a heaviness, perhaps a pulsation. No analysis is necessary. There's nothing to figure out. Simply be the silent observer of these sensations and allow a more tranquil, awakened state of awareness to emerge. at the center of your chest is a subtle body part that is called the heart chakra. The heart chakra is your seat, SEAT, the seat of your innate loving kindness and compassion, your tender heartedness, your warm heartedness. This tender warm heartedness is the essence of who you are. So, very gently, very, very gently, I'd like you to please redirect your awareness toward the region of your chest and just allow your awareness to rest in the region of your chest, in the region of your tender-heartedness, also called sewa. For the remainder of our meditation this morning, please just rest and refamiliarize yourself with your true essence. Open yourself to your Tsewa essence. Cherish your Sewa essence. Identify with your Sewa essence. Now, please gently redirect your awareness. Become aware again of this entity we've agreed to label physical body, and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of physical body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation and Dharma talk to world peace. May all beings without exception soon come to rest in a state of perfect, complete fearlessness. May all beings without exception be completely free from all forms of emotional and physical suffering. May all beings without exception be happy, peaceful, contented, and free. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Thank you very much, and welcome back. So it's nice to be back after our short break from our Monday, Friday classes. We're continuing our discussion of tsewa, tenderheartedness, for lack of a better translation, our tenderheartedness, our warm-heartedness. And in particular, we've been talking about removing the obstacles to our tsewa. Remember, I know I've said this many times, and I'll probably say it many times more, our innate, I'm tempted to say capacity for tsewa, but it's really our innate essence of sewa is it is within us, perhaps latent within us, and we don't have to learn sewa. We don't have to sort of like learn art sewa. We don't have to instill sewa within us, like access it somewhere outside of ourselves and internalize it. Sewa is within us. It is the innate essence of who we are. All that is really required is for us to get stuff out of the way that's preventing us from experiencing and remembering who we are and what we are, removing obstacles, obscurations, and so forth. A big obstacle that we've been talking about over the last few classes are grudges, removing grudges. And grudges are a form of resentment, kind of an intense, perhaps longer standing form of resentment. And resentment, in turn, is a different form of anger. So, really, ultimately, resentment is remembering to be angry. That's really what resentment is. And it's, I mean, if there are any, like all delusions at some level just are crazy when you stop and think about them and look at them thoughtfully. None more so than resentment. Remembering, it's the mindfulness of anger. It's what we talked about a few classes ago in one of our means of um, eradicating grudges from our human experience. And you'll remember that we talked about in that class, we talked about kind of with a grudge, we've really perfected our practice of mindfulness. Our remembering the object of our grudge is crystal clear. It's perfect. We can recall it anytime. We don't forget it. How about if we transfer that mindfulness from the object of our grudge, the object of our intense resentment, to our tsewa? Just apply that perfect practice of mindfulness to our tenderheartedness. And just kind of in a broader context, I'd like you to please just use your imagination and think about what it would be like, what your life would be like, what your mind would be like if you were completely free of all resentments, whether they were grudges, like some major grudges, like from Hatfield and McCoy level grudge, right? To minor irritant, that you've held on to for some period of time. Just imagine how much space there would be in your mind if you were completely free of all resentments. What freedom that would be. Such freedom, and what space would be created for other helpful, non-crazy states of awareness, like tenderheartedness, like compassion, like loving kindness. I remembered a method for overcoming. When we started this little mini series on overcoming grudges, I said I was going to offer 3 practices for removing grudges, and I remembered one from before that I'm going to share with you. So we're up to 4 now, 4 tools with which we can free ourselves of grudges. The one that I remembered that I was able to put into practice, this was some time ago, has to do with, our grudges always involve someone else, another person who who has aggrieved us or harmed us, right? And kind of with a grudge, what we do is focus on their action, whether it was verbal or bodily, and just focus on that to the exclusion of almost any other aspect of that person, right? So I had this grudge against this person, long-standing grudge. This person made two disparaging comments to me in how should I say, in situations where situations that were particularly uncomfortable. There were others around. This person made two comments that were unkind, and I held on to these comments for a long time and just like was mindful about them. But one time I just kind of had this breakthrough. I don't know if it was a blessing or what, but I was just reminded that this person also has said a lot of kind things about me and done kind things for me, even though he had done, his former boss actually did, gave me a break, gave me a job, gave me training on my job. I learned a lot of things from him. He said kind things to me. Somehow my mind chose to focus on the two things that he said that were unkind. So what I did was just decided I was going to focus on the kind things that this person had said or done for me. And I think for all of us who hold grudges or resentments toward others, we're probably in a similar situation. It's not like the person who is the object of our grudge has said only one thing to us in our entire relationship, and it was this mean thing. And that's what we focus on. And that's the extent of our relationship, is this one mean thing that they said to us a long time ago. No, usually it's kind of a mixture of things, a combination of things, some not nice things, some nice things, probably a lot more nice things than mean things. So we just change our focus. Focus on one or two or maybe more acts of kindness that this person extended to us rather than the object of our grudge, or for the object for which we're holding our grudge, the unkind statement. It was miraculous. I still remember how immediate and powerful the effect was when I changed the object of my focus from the unkind thing to a kind thing or a kind action, kind words or a kind action that this person extended to me. And here's the advanced practice, okay? All right, hold on to your hat for this one. The advanced practice is to contact this person and thank them for the kind thing that they did or a kind thing that they did. For me, it was to send my former boss an email and say, thank you for giving me a break, and allowing me to go to work for this organization. And I learned a lot from the training that you gave me, the mentoring that you provided me. Thank you for that also. Yeah. Maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. I can tell you from experience that it did work for me. I would also, it would be remiss of me not to share something that my hypnotherapy teacher shared with me years ago within the context of hypnotherapy training. Said, don't rush forgiveness. Don't rush forgiveness. So if you're not feeling it in your heart to reach out and thank the person for whom you hold or held a grudge, then hold off on that. Yeah, don't rush forgiveness. Okay, one more minute. I want to share an excerpt with you from Training in Tenderness. This is our guidebook for Sewa. And here is a technique, another technique, technique number 4 that Dzigar Kongtrul is offering to us for overcoming grudges. He writes, here is one powerful technique for opening your heart towards someone against whom you hold a grudge. This works by tapping into the kindness and joy that already arise in the course of your life. So like maybe a loved one just naturally invokes, feelings of loving kindness and tenderness. Maybe it's your dog, whoever, whatever sentient being it is. When you notice yourself feeling tenderness toward another being, your parent, your child, a friend, a pet, bring to mind the person you resent. Then, with one sudden movement of your mind, see if you can transfer your warm feeling to that person. This abrupt shift can short circuit the storyline and establish conditions in your mind to feel more open toward the object of your bitterness. Of course, this technique and any other will only work for those of us who really want to get over their grudges. So ultimately, I think it starts with us deciding, yeah, it's time for me to put to rest this grudge, these grudges, all grudges. Yeah, it's when we reach that level of resolve that the tools will work. Yeah, and I think we'll find that they'll work pretty quickly and effectively. I love you guys. Thank you for being here and have a great weekend. Okay.
Thanks, Jeff. Love you too.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was great.
Jeff.
Thank you,
welcome.
Jeff. Love you
You're
too.
most welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye.